Guys, Marsingin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be trying out the STR KAIOKEN GOKU versus Fusion Zamasu. I thought this would be an interesting one to do. Now, when it comes to Blue KAIOKEN GOKU, we've obviously been waiting some time, even when he got his EZA, right, for his true ultimate team, which is probably not going to be until we get a lot more buffs. We probably need a whole new representatives of Universe 7 themed celebration, right? Because in order to get the Spirit Bomb, you need to have 3 or more other representatives of Universe 7 on the team. So him and 3 other ones. And currently, the best way to do that would obviously be this guy, and then probably the 2 LR UI Gokus, but as we all know, in the current meta, if you miss that 70% chance to dodge, then obviously they are just getting absolutely destroyed. So what I like to do, and I did this in some of the showcases for him in the anniversary when he got his EZA, is when we look at his passive, one of the most important things that he really needs to get is the Universe Survival Saga ally attacking in the same turn, right? Because he gets guards all attacks and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when there is another Universe Survival Saga ally in the same turn, or a Universe Survival Saga enemy, which obviously not easy to do with any of the difficult content at the moment. So the one drawback to that, which I do obviously have to just, you know, put out there straight away if you wanted to try him out, is this is my 3rd attempt of jumping into the event, because I kept having, like, you know, Blue KAIOKEN GOKU on turn 2 and then MVP 17 in slot 7. So by the time I could get them together the earliest turn, it's going to be so deep into the event that, you know, that's not going to be great for Goku. And having that guard is going to be obviously very, very strong, especially here in the first phase with the AoEs and everything, right? So obviously he builds up with attacks that he receives. He gets 10% extra attack and defense and goes up to 59%. He gets extra attack when he performs a super. And then obviously if your health is below a certain amount, he gets extra attack and is effective against all types. Is it once? Yeah, once only when performing a super. Now, this is an interesting turn for him because the AoE is in the middle. So realistically, we could just do this. Now, obviously, he's not going to have a lot of his attack links active. So it won't be until, what, the next turn when we have the other copy of the Blue Boys that can go in slot 3 that he's going to be able to have his full, you know, links. Well, I say his full links there, but some of his better links. So what I want to do here is I am going to use an item because it's very difficult to get this set up with the MVP 17 on the turn. So if he just eats a super in slot 1, funnily enough, he will be dead, because even with guard, 225k defense is not exactly all that, right? But I want him to get some build up, so putting him in slot 1 is a good shout, right? He does raise defense for 1 turn on his super attack as well, so ideally we still don't want to get supered in slot 1, but we have a slightly better chance to survive. We also, oh my god, of course he did. We also get the extra defense from Bulma getting her orbs as well. But how much is this going to do? 174k. I mean, that's not too bad, I guess, with the Whis active. I mean, Zamasu does hit pretty hard, so guard obviously does play a pretty big role there in enabling us to tank that a little bit better, and then obviously the Whis. We do get the additional attack from the passives, that's huge. The more attacks we can get with him, obviously the more we can build up. Getting the additional normal is a little bit unfortunate, but he's able to take 4 hits, and then when he's not in the AoE slot, so he's going to get hit by the AoE as well. So he's almost fully built up after this first turn, which I think is definitely very, very good for him. Obviously, MVP 17 having type advantage, plus all the support and the Whis. You know, he's obviously fine there in the middle. I guess that is one thing to point out as well, of course, that the Blue KAIOKEN GOKU is getting the defensive support from MVP 17, who is a very good support unit partner for him, right? So this next turn should be really good for KAIOKEN GOKU, because we're going to be able to put the Blue Boys in slot 1 and then have MVP 17 in slot 3, and he's going to then have the link set as well as the support, so it should be looking pretty good. So I think we will do, we still have the Whis active, so we don't need to go too crazy worrying about defense. So we'll do this, and then we'll grab these for you. Is that going to drop those down the way I want them to? It didn't with the other orbs, but we got a bunch of STR orbs coming in at the top, so we'll take that. I was going to say, as long as we don't get immediately supered in slot 1 here, we should be good on this turn regardless, because of the Whis being active. Vegeta and Trunks obviously getting the big buffs after they've attacked. They're in slot 1 as well. And then the blue boys, because we're early enough into the event, right? They're not in slot 1, but they've still got their guard and everything. We've got the Whis up, so... Plus, they're able to do a lot more damage. They've got the Bulma support from the previous turn, but remember, whenever you see people dunking on, like, the blue boys for having bad damage, it's always because they're in slot 2, right? 9.5, and then was that just shy of 6 on their first turn in slot 2, right? Because we actually have a bunch of their links active because they've got godly power allies and stuff on the rotation. We do have the support from Bulma from the previous turn, but yeah, it's just like the meme, right? It's like when the unit that gets all their attack in slot 2 doesn't have a good attack stat in slot 1. It's like, yeah, what a surprise. We actually might not even get another turn against Zamasu. I should have put them in slot 1 so they didn't do too much damage to him, because I wasn't expecting them to get all of their supers off there. And then, of course, with the guard from the intro and then their the Whis effect, they didn't take really any damage, because God Goku could quite easily get like a triple super here, and he's starting off at 9.1. I mean, I kind of wanted to see another turn against the Zamasu with Blue KAIOKEN GOKU, but maybe we will not get to do that, especially because on the next rotation, I wanted to have all the links active for KAIOKEN GOKU, but yeah, of course he did. All right, well, I guess we just 2-turn Fusion Zamasu then. Okay. Pretty good. So let's see. We'll see what KAIOKEN Goku's stats are going to be on this turn. So obviously this is the ideal rotation, him in the middle. So now look at that. I mean, look at the difference, right? Tournament of Power and Fierce Battle. And now we have Godly Power, Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, and Kamehameha. So he is now at 356, which isn't crazy, I guess, when you think about start of turn defense. But there's no AoEs on this turn now. We do have type advantage. He gets the extra defense with each super that he does. Does he get defense on super? Let me double check it again. No, he's only getting attack on super. The rest is from the build-up. So it will be interesting to see how much he would take if he takes a super, I guess. But, I mean, yeah, very good situation for him. Every single link except for Over in a Flash is active on this turn. So we'll go ahead and do this. I won't use an item here. That does mean there is, of course, the possibility that, like, MVP 17 could get super attacked in the last slot and just get killed, which would be unfortunate. Or, oh, they didn't dodge. Great. They could just get supered in slot 1. Now, they do still have guard, but, well, rip. Okay, well, there I was juicing them up on the previous turn with their attack stat, and then the thing that you actually want them on the team for, which is to be a slot 1 defensive unit, they don't dodge the super attack, so that was nice. Although I guess, was that their... no, there's a future ally. Let me go back in here. Because obviously I got the intro animations turned off, but there's a future ally on the team, right? So they should have gotten their intro animation. Ally on the team, yeah. Plus, I mean, I guess it's the only... yeah, guards attack for 4 turns. So, yeah, they just took a lot of damage there, but... I guess we'll jump back in. We still have, like I say, it took me 3 attempts to get them on the same rotation. And we have them on the same rotation to start with this time. So that is actually really good. So I think maybe we will be okay here. That is a lot of attacks in slot 1. Do I trust them to just get the... I mean, I'm going to use an item for KAIOKEN Goku on the next turn, I guess, anyway. So part of me feels like I should just use it now, right? But... obviously, there is the possibility. I mean, like, this is a strong turn. Like, for this team, if there was ever a turn where you don't really need an item, it probably is this one. Although, these guys getting potentially hit in slot 3. I'd rather we just get, right? Because we are on... it's one of those things, right? We're on a limited attempts per day event, right? So, I want to get back to seeing Blue KAIOKEN Goku, because that's the whole point of the video. So, I'd rather just throw the item out here now, so we don't have to risk getting killed. Especially if it's like he supers them in slot 3 and they don't dodge, which literally as I say that, he supers the other one in slot 1 and they did dodge. So in hindsight, we did not need to use the item at all. But I mean, that's what I was saying at the start, right? Like in terms of a great start for this event for this team, this is would have been absolutely perfect. Like if you're trying to do it with no items, would have been a pretty great setup for the first turn. But obviously, if you were trying to do this event with no items, you probably would not bring Blue Kaioken Goku on the team. But you know, so we should get a good turn out of Kaioken Goku on this next turn, though, right? Because we've got Bulma, we're going to get her support. We've got the support from MVP 17, so hopefully we can get some build up with him as well. Now, I think with a single Whis active, he would probably die to a super if it was like pre-him super attacking, right? Well, actually, wait, did we get... It was last turn we got supered in slot 1, right? So, actually, we know with a Whis, because of the guard, he can be sort of okay, right? So... It's just funny to think that, like, I think a lot of people get too focused, and I said this during the showcases when he EZA during the anniversary. People get very hyper-focused on, like, you can't run him unless you're running all of these other reps of Universe 7. And admittedly, like, the Spirit Bomb is kind of like a big part of his kit, right? Like, it is a very, very powerful ability, but you don't need all of that, like, to be able to run him, right? So there's what? Is that 5 attacks in the middle? 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Yeah, so it's 5 at the front or 5 at the end, right? Because he'd get hit 4 times and then AoE'd, or he'd just get hit 5 times here. I guess letting MVP... Is there any value to letting MVP 17 attack first? I guess the major difference, actually, is he's going to get hit twice first if we do this, which means he is going to get some of the extra buffs before he attacks. So it probably is better for him to just be able to attack first. And then, and then they share solid support, so why not? So we'll do it this way, we'll get the buff, we get hit twice, so we get 2 10% raises here, so then his first attack stat is 7.86. I mean, he's able to do the damage, right? Like, I mean, that's, I guess, one of the main reasons you'd be using him on the team, because this is the turn where he doesn't have all of his attack links. We didn't get to see the last time, that turn where we actually had him on the rotation with every single link except for over in a flash, because of course the Blue Boys got killed in slot 1. But this is him doing almost an 8 million attack stat with Fierce Battle and Tournament of Power active. So he, once we get all those links out, because things like, we see it with God Goku, we've seen it with the LR gods, like the tech ones from the 7th anniversary, we even see it with like the blue LR blues as well, like godly power and like Super Saiyan and stuff like that. Once you start getting those kind of links active, especially godly power, it's one of the better attack links for those units that have it. So it is really unfortunate we didn't get to see the attack stat last time, so hopefully we are going to get to see it this time. But yeah, Kaioken Goku obviously has now been hit. We're in the same situation we were last time, where he's been hit 5 times. So if he gets hit once before the all the build up here, then he should be fine. So you're going to still be guarding. I do want to take the risk and do this, but I am a bit worried about them frauding me out again after dying that last time. I'm hurt now. So let's see. I do want to get 6 orbs with Goku if I can as well. So let's do that. And then we'll do this. So we're on full HP. We got Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. Of course they dodge the AoE when... If they now get supered immediately afterwards, I'm going to be very disappointed. But I mean, them still taking 48k, that is a lot. I guess if we get supered here after the attacks, our defense is going to be significantly higher. Ideally, we would like to get some additional supers though, but we do not get any. The more normal attacks they take though, the better, right? Because the more defense they get. And then the Blue Boys, if they go off here, because we have their links active and they're in slot 2, if we get a turn similar to that turn I was bigging them up in the first run, then they're just going to kill Zamasu here. But of course, you know, now we don't get the 4 super turn. Oh my god, are you serious? And they don't dodge this. Yeah, what a surprise. 215k though for after they're in slot 2 and have attacked, so that's considerably better. We take those. And then God Goku should finish him off here, right? We got the orbs for the guaranteed additional, but he did not need it. So we are GG. All right, so can we actually get the situation going off here? So we get the Bulma support memory as well, which gives us the... Oh, it's under items. It gives us, because we have Pure Saiyan, right? So we get the attack and defense 10%. So what is he looking like? That makes up for him not getting hit the last time, because him taking that 6th hit gives him, well, actually technically it gives him 9% attack and defense, right? Because it's he only goes up to 59%, but he's at 391k. Can we please not get frauded out by the blues again? Could you imagine if it actually happened again? Like, it might, but could you imagine if it does? So let's see. I just want to see him cook against physical Zamasu. Come on, game. Don't. Oh my god. Are you actually? Oh, okay. Oh, the dodge thing comes up so late on that attack. I actually legitimately thought they weren't going to dodge then. Could you imagine? 2 runs in a row after we actually managed to get back-to-back runs of Blue KAIOKEN GOKU on the same rotation as MVP 17. So. But yeah, I mean, this is as close to seeing him with no items as we can get, right? Because the support memory went off for this turn. So this will be a good example of what Blue KAIOKEN GOKU can do. Yeah, 13.5 million. I'll take that. Now, come on, passive. Give me that additional super. 10 million crit. And there you go. So we jump up to 14.4. Can we get the hidden potential as well? Come on, Goku. Fry this man alive. Another crit. There's the final buff, and then yeah, he takes double-digit damage from normals, which realistically is what we would expect in this scenario, right? Type advantage, getting this extra supers that gives him extra defense for the turn. You know, that's what we would expect from him from this turn, right? So, okay, so we do this. As long as the blue boys don't fraud me out here, this is a very good turn, because if we get the orbs for Bulma, which we can, because we can grab these AGL orbs at the side, that means we get her support to carry over to the next turn. So now we get to see Blue KAIOKEN GOKU. Ooh. Wait, is it? Oh, it's only 4 turns, isn't it? Yeah. I always forget about that. Yikes. For some reason, I don't know why I had it in my head that it was 5 turns. But I just don't get supered then, I guess. Please. Oh, man. This Blue KAIOKEN GOKU showcase has turned into the cavalcade of failures of the LR Blue Boys, which is such a shame, because I feel like after the initial backlash to this unit, I've seen a lot of the hate for them kind of die down now as we've come out of the worldwide celebration, because I really like this unit. I think they are really, really good. Obviously, they are situational, right? Like, there's certain situations where they don't look good, like slot 1, they don't do great attack stats. Obviously early on, right before you get them like built up, if they're not dodging in slot 1, you can take some big damage. And of course the issue that we see come into play here, where if you're not at the HP restriction when you get to turn 5, then they've run out of guard. So they're definitely not without their problems, right? But I still think the unit is really, really good. And there was quite a lot of slander for them during the worldwide. How well does Bulma tank this? She double supered, she's got damage reduction, 300k, wow. Man, the game just does not want to let me get fully built up Blue KAIOKEN GOKU against Fusion Zamasu, does it? Because, I mean, we got to see that pretty crazy. The previous turn for him was pretty good, I'm not going to lie. But this is the last attempt for Fusion Zamasu for the day. So let's see if we do actually get a good start here. Because if we don't, I mean, I guess it'll be good to see him without. Yeah, see, this is kind of like the situation that you really don't want. So he's going to come in on turn 2. He's going to have a lot of links active with our, you know, with the blue boys, but he's not going to have, let me do this. He's not going to have guard, and he's not going to have that chance to get an extra super, which is one of the ways that he's obviously able to build up and then look very, very impressive. So, hey guys, Ningen here. Just wanted to let you guys know, if you do not already, I do have a second channel that I've been building up where I play a bunch of other games that are not Dokkan. Basically any big new releases, DLC, or just random games that I happen to find online or on Game Pass or anything like that. Basically anything I'm playing when I'm not playing Dokkan, I like to stream or do videos for over on the second channel. So go ahead and check it out. It's called Ningen Plays. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers on the second channel by the end of the year. If you enjoy the vibes hanging out in the streams normally, or just enjoy, you know, seeing me doing content and you want to see other games that are not Dokkan, do go ahead and check it out. Like I say, all new games, DLC, things like the Elden Ring DLC coming out in the future, stuff like that, will all get played over here. So yeah, do go ahead and check it out. I'll use a Whis here, because I'm going to have to use one next turn anyway, right? Because otherwise he is going to die. So, because he's not going to have his guard. Be interesting to see how much he takes through the Whis, though. Because obviously I'm a bit concerned. Like, if Vegeta and Trunks just get supered straight away in slot 1 without a Whis, that could be bad. We probably would live the turn, though, I suppose, with the Lynx and the Bulma support. But I'd rather just guarantee that we get to the blue KAIOKEN GOKU turn. Because him, like, he stacks attack, right? He raises defense only for 1 turn, but he stacks attack. So the more supers you get, obviously, the more impressive he can look a little bit later on into the event. So we should be fine now, right? We ate a bunch of normals and we have the Whis. So yeah, 66k, that's fine. And they're still not fully built up yet. Look at all these attacks in slot 1. Look at this, man. He fully built up their passive in slot 1 with the number of times he attacked. That's pretty crazy. So, God Goku can do his thing here, and then Bulma. I'm surprised Bulma took so much down. I mean, that just shows you how hard-hitting Zamasu is, right? Like, obviously, Bulma gets less defensive as we go. Or is it? No, she runs out of guard, but she builds up damage reduction, right? I need to double-check. I just take for granted how good Bulma is, right? Sometimes that I have actually legitimately forgotten how her damage reduction part of her passive works. Because she did still have guard, right? I mean, she had type advantage anyway, but I was quite surprised to see her take 300k. But then at the same time, Zamasu hits like an absolute truck, so probably shouldn't be surprised, really. So we can see here, without the extra stats and everything, we've got those 4 links, Godly Power, Super Saiyan Warrior Gods, and Fierce Battle. But we've got 195k defense and no guard. So you can see why, like, it's a risky strat when you're not running a bunch of representatives of Universe 7, because he needs that Universe Survival Saga ally to be on the rotation with him at the start in order to give him the guard, right? So he still took a decent amount of damage with the Whis. I mean, you saw there, like, the comparison is, that's how much damage he took from a super when we had MVP 17 on the rotation. He took that from the AoE, so bit unfortunate for our boy. And then, of course, we don't get the potential additional super from the passive, so we'd have to be relying on the hidden potential, which I think in the rotations that we've seen so far has not actually given us an additional super. It's only been an additional normal. So we'll see what he can do here. So he starts off... Wow, it literally skipped over the bit with the attack stat. Okay, interesting. No crit, and then, yeah, no additional. And then he takes damage from the normals. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, see, that guard with the representatives, with a Universe Survival Saga ally is huge for him, right? Like, you see there, that's through a Whis. Whereas before, with the guard and the Whis, you're then safe to just take double-digit damage to get his build-up. Whereas there, it was, what, 66, 44, and then, like, 16 or something? That's a lot of damage for him to take in 1 turn, especially considering he also took that damage from the AoE as well. So we lost a pretty significant amount of health. And then again, going back to like why that starting rotation is so bad, is now we finally have MVP 17 on the rotation, but we now have to float him off. So we're not going to have him and Goku together until, what, turn 6? So not really ideal, but I guess it is what it is, right? Are we going to finish him off this turn? We may do. I think it depends how much damage Vegeta and Trunks do here. Because then obviously God Goku will do quite a lot of damage himself. MVP 17 does have his extra like damage reduction and defensive support for the allies as well, because we started the turn on such low HP. So 0 on the additional. You love to see that. You don't. Come on, get a crit at least. Okay, well, We did a little bit of damage this time. Double digits from the normals, and then God Goku with a 7.2. I think the next... Do we have... I think we have Bulma on the next rotation with Blue Kaioken, right? So, I mean, obviously we don't have the Guard. We don't have the Universe Survival Saga ally, but the next turn for Blue Kaioken Goku could be somewhat decent. Oh, additional normal. Is MVP 17 going to be able to finish him off here? I wonder. There's the dodge. You'll love to see that. There we go. Shame he doesn't get attack up if he gets hit first, but what's he going to be putting out here? I mean, 5.2, pretty good considering our boy is on the team for the defense and support, right? So, crit, maybe? Ooh, so close. Well, that is an unfortunate scenario for Goku because it means we're not going to get a chance for him to get built up unless the AoE's in slot 1, I guess. Also, I really wanted him to be on rotation with Bulma, but... I mean, the AoE is in slot 1, so he is going to get hit once more. He's only up to 263k, though. That is pretty awkward. So we'll do this. Then we'll do... Wow, look how much he is lacking for ki. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because we're not going for the actual kill with him here. But we'll do this. And so this is now with the Bulma support as well. He's taking, yeah, 284k. And that's after he's been hit, what, like 4 times? So you can really see, I mean, I'm not holding that against him, obviously. Like I've already said, the guard makes a huge difference for him. And you really got to see that in this last run. That's why I kept this in here, right? I mean, I could have, when we loaded up this final attempt against Zamasu and we saw that he was so separated from MVP 17, I could have just been like, oh, well, I guess there we go, video over. But I just wanted to see what he could do. And it wasn't great, but, you know, it gives us an idea. That next big, like, Universe Survival Saga celebration that comes up, he is going to get the crazy buffs. So it is going to be pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do this. I am putting my faith in my units here, which could be a bad idea. You never know. I'm just hoping we can survive until the next turn. I think with these guys fully built up and the fact that they do have guard, they would still live a super here from Zamasu. Especially if we do get these additional supers as well, right? Because each one of these raises our defense only for the turn, but obviously that does help. Don't super the blue boys. If he supers God Goku and he dodges, that'll be fine. But we're up to 10 million now as well. So, I mean, yeah, as I said before, right? Like, their damage can still be really good if they're in slot 2. Although, of course, again, I've just realised this is turn 5 and we didn't fuse, so they don't have guard. He's going to super them, isn't he? I can feel it in my bones. Just because I feel like this, like I said earlier, this showcase has just been a non-stop, like, painting these guys in the worst possible light. Yup. So now we're dead. All right, well, there you go. Oh, they did still have that. Oh, these guys must have been on turn 2. Okay. Whew. So they did still have their guard. That's the only good thing about the passives that are from the start of their first turn and not the start of the battle. Although I suppose most people's intros are from the start of their first turn. I just didn't realise that these were the guys that were on turn 2, or potentially even in slot 7. I don't know who was in slot 7. No, it was MVP 17, wasn't it? So, we just about managed to eat that. Will God Goku tank normals? He should, right? Because we got enough orbs for him to have guard, and he's double supered. Does he tank normals here from Zamasu? Yeah, he does. Alright, well, we do get to do this now, which means we do get a 100% chance to dodge in slot 1. Now, normally, if you're going for the most optimal plays, you do this, right? So you can get an additional super attack. But I don't want him to go off too much and kill Zamasu. So I'm not going to use his active skill in slot 1. I am going to still use it, but this way he doesn't get an extra additional super attack, right? Because I don't want him to kill Zamasu before I get a chance. In fact, I was going to say I'll give him less ki, but there you go, we can do that. Because this way, because he's going to dodge everything, we know 100% that we're going to get to see KAIOKEN Goku attack. But it's, we might, well, I say that, but Vegito still actually could kill him. But hopefully he doesn't. We'll see. We have the Bulma support from the previous turn. We're effective against all types, so it doesn't matter that we're only type neutral. So I'm just hoping by not using the active skill in slot 2, we give Zamasu a chance to live here, but you never know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down below of Blue KAIOKEN GOKU. This turned out to be a much longer video than I had originally intended, but obviously I wanted to try and get as many turns with him in the video as possible. And we did get quite unlucky in quite a few instances. But, you know, like I said, that next Reps of Universe 7, like, you know, new LR UI, and imagine we get like an LR UI and Blue Evolution Vegeta together as like a headliner for the 9th anniversary. This guy's kit seems good enough for now that with that strong team to back him up, he's still going to be usable, right? I mean, he's here now dropping a 14 million attack stat after not having gotten a huge amount of build up because we didn't have that Universe Survival Saga ally. And then he finally gets the Hidden Potential additional super and we're up to 15 million. So he's dropping the damage, that's for sure. And then, yeah, he tanks the normal for double digits. Does MVP 17 actually get to finish off Zamasu here? Oh, he does. Nice, let's go. Well, there you go. So the 2 Reps of Universe 7 here at the end. Saving the universe. No! Oh my god. He has like this much health and then MVP 17 dodged. That's my full build dodge MVP 17 right there. So, well, there you go. Look at all of the spiciness that we have active on this turn. I mean, why not? The video's already long enough, right? So let's go for... Let's do this and give everyone the big buff and a full heal. Actually, do we lose the ability to do that? We might. Oh, that'll really annoy me if we do. What is there? Let me double check their condition. I was going to get her support buff, but... No, because if we heal, we'll lose it. God damn it. Alright, well, I just thought it'd be funny to end it with the Vegeta and Trunks active skill, considering it is Fusion Zamasu. But if we grab all of those orbs with Bulma to give the extra support, we'll heal too much and not be able to use it. So yeah, there you go. Blue KAIOKEN GOKU versus Fusion Zamasu. Pretty interesting. He can be good. It's just the fact that unless you weigh down the team with other Universe 7 units, you kind of have to hope you just get Goku, Android 17 on the same turn with him right from the start. And in an event with limited attempts per day where you can't pick your starting rotations, you could literally jump in for all 5 attempts and never get it. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.